Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to today's Pick a Card. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides for some February 2026 psychic predictions. These predictions are going to be in different areas of your life: love, money, and career, and some spirit messages. So we have three choices today. Group A is Kiss Me, with the little kiss for Valentine's Day. You all remember these little candies. So Kiss Me is Group A. I have True Love for Group B, and I have Be Mine for Group C. So pick a deck that you feel most drawn to. Take a moment to meditate. Sit back and listen to your guided messages from Spirit, and I will see you all in your readings. If you picked Group A, this reading is for you. You picked Kiss Me. So we are going to see what your spirit guides have for you today. We're going to call in our guides and see what they have for you for love, career, money, spirit messages. What is it that they want you to know at this time? What is it that they want you to see coming your way, something like that. So welcome back, everybody. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So grateful you were guided here today. This is a fully channeled message. I will be using some charms, some initials, certainly lots of decks, and these are fully channeled messages. So let's call in our guides. Spirit, I call upon you for a loving message. What is it that you want us to hear at this time? What are you predicting for us for February coming our way? Things to look forward to, things to think about. I am listening for you now. I have be willing to express love to receive love. I like that. I feel like I'm going to be able to tell somebody that I love them. The one thing that's jumping out at me is the seashell. So I want you to feel that somebody could be coming into your energy that not only you're going to be able to tell them that you care about them, but they're going to tell you that they care about you. So listen, that seashell is coming into me as listen to how their words are, listen to what they're saying, look at their actions. So you could have somebody in your energy right now that is basically ready to express their feelings or to reveal their feelings. Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you need me to know? The Five of Swords. I have a Knight of Swords. I have a Four of Cups. And let's get one more. And I have a Seven of Cups. The two things that jumped out at me was this feeling of I have been spending all this energy fighting my feelings and holding back. So you could have somebody around you that, I want to say maybe they've just been putting a lot of time into thinking about, am I ready for this relationship? Am I able to give you what I feel like any relationship should have? So the battle within themselves, that holding back, I want it, but I don't, energy. So you could have somebody that just has been back and forth with their own feelings and kind of holding out, and wondering, out of all the people out there, is this the best choice for me? So I do feel like this Knight it's a little bit impulsive, is how I feel, that this Knight is going to come forward and say, I don't have all the answers. I don't know where we're going to end up. But the one thing I do know is that over this period of time, I have feelings for you, I've developed feelings for you. So we might not know everything just yet, but it's almost like I'm, I don't know, unscrewing a bottle and, it's like the first time I open up the bottle and, whatever's coming out, the shampoo bottle even, it's like some things are going to come out, but a lot is going to stay in the bottle. So right now I feel like they have been holding back, and maybe you just need to know that there's going to be some forward movement. I have a Moon. I have Strength. I have a Page of Wands. And I have a Chariot. So they're definitely attracted to you. They are pushing through this insecurity, the unknown. My life is going to change. Things will be different from now on. But they know they're attracted to you and they know they want to spend more time with you, Spirit just said. So they're starting there. That is the starting point. So they could say something along the lines of, I just want to see what it feels like to spend more time with you. I want to get to know you better, or something like that. I wouldn't be rushing into anything with this person. They are going to go slow. They are going to keep kind of analyzing what's going on in their life. At the bottom of the deck, I have a 10 of Cups and I have a 3 of Swords. They're definitely thinking about their future. They are, this could be you, this could be them, but they are definitely in the category of, I want to be happy just like you do. I want a happy relationship. I want a successful relationship, but I'm also afraid of somebody breaking my heart. So they could be struggling just with that. I just don't want my heart broken. I think that could apply to anybody, but maybe it's something that we talk about. Maybe it's something that we share with each other in a moment of vulnerability. Let's get some initials. Some of you may have somebody on your mind. So this could be first initials, last initials. Let me just grab a handful of initials just to see. Some of you may get a confirmation. Don't worry if you don't see your initials. That's okay too. So let's organize these. I have an X, a C, a Z. I have a W, I have an E, I have an H. I have a G, I have a D, I have an N, I have a Z, letter B, and I have the letter T today. So those could connect to some of you. Let's see what they have for charms. Maybe we'll get some additional clues around this connection. Spirit, please share with me. I've got this beautiful bowl. I know there's letters in here as well. Let's get a scoop. I think we have some signs in here. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see what they want you to know. I'm going to start with the letters first, if I can get the letters first. So let me do that. All right, let me get my little pliers here, or whatever these are, tweezers, I guess. All right, let's see. Come on. This one doesn't want to flip over. Hold on, let me see. Yikes. It's going to be a very special letter, whatever it is. Here it is, finally, the letter C. I hope that has meaning for somebody. It was hard to get to pull over. All right, let's go. I have a Sagittarius. I have a Leo energy. And I have another Sagittarius. They're saying optimistic Sagittarius. I have skiing, somebody who likes to ski. Maybe they grew up skiing. Maybe they grew up somewhere where there's a lot of ski, snow slopes, something like that. Snow all around them. The beautiful telephone that came into me as you'll be hearing from me soon. So that's a feeling like somebody's getting ready to call you. I have a bear that's coming into me as wilderness. I'm going to put that with the snow slopes, like mountains, bears. I have a wolf. So somebody, or maybe I like that environment. I like mountains. I like woods, something along those lines. I have beautiful lips. I can't wait to kiss your lips. A little bit of I like your smile there. I like that. I have an octopus, but it's coming into me as I can't keep my hands off of you. So I've got somebody who can't wait to be with you alone, is how it came in. I have a love. Okay. I feel like this person's ready to reveal their feelings. I really do. I feel like maybe we've been waiting to see what is this person really thinking and feeling. I have a butterfly. It's a little bit of the polka dots are coming into me as almost like a black and white energy, even though it's red and white. It was almost like it can go either way, maybe that's how you've been feeling. It hasn't been crystal clear to you. So hopefully it becomes clearer to you in the days ahead. I do feel like this person is good to you. This looks like a Christmas, a crown. So this person is good to you. So it has nothing to do with that. It feels like I am good to you. So you're hoping that this turns into something more, because they do, they treat you right, is how I feel. I have a camera. So somebody's constantly looking at your photos. They could be checking you out on social media. They could be seeing what you're posting. They could be liking your posts, something along those lines. What is this guy? This looks like a fan. I don't know. A flower. I'm just going to say a flower, a red flower blooming. And I'm going to put this with it, like this wreath. I'm just going to put like blooming flowers at first for now. I have it looks like a specialty coffee to me. I love like lattes with whipped cream and caramel, something like that. I feel like I enjoy something special. I have a witch, but it is coming into me as I like, like myself, I like tarot cards, and I like divinity, and I like to learn about spirituality. And so it's not necessarily a witch as much as learning about a different realm, and things like that. So I feel like that's just something I'm interested in. And I have another phone. So I'm going to be calling you. And then there's this kind of cell phone, like you're going to call me back. How's that? We have two phones interacting. So those feel nice. All right. So we have some movement here in this love connection, that somebody is getting ready to express themselves, something along those lines. Spirit, please share with me any loving messages that you have for me in another area of my life. What about my career, money? What is it that you need me to know at this time? What's coming my way? Let's see. I have possibilities. There are many potential paths to explore now. Be open to a change. I love the arch because it feels like that's standing the test of time to me, that whatever you do, like it's monumental is how it's coming into me. You could be very good at what you do, or you could reach new heights that once you establish it, you can kind of reach these new heights and walk through that arch and get to the other side of something that maybe you've been manifesting. I have full bloom. You reach your potential to make your money grow. So you are working on making your own money grow, whether it's investments or savings. Maybe you're looking into things like long-term investments, something like that. But maybe that's something going on around you right now, making some changes in that area of your life where you are trying to plan for the future. And then I have mysterious ways. The universe is conspiring to fulfill your dreams. Little bit of something coming into your life right now that you're not aware of. It could be an unsolicited offer from somebody. It could be your boss wants to promote you to a different department, shift you into a different area. Maybe you have an opportunity or a door opening that you didn't think was coming, and somebody gives you a call and you're like, wow, I really wasn't anticipating that, but I'm going to give it some thought. Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you need me to know? I have a Queen of Pentacles. I have a Knight of Wands. I have a Sun. and I have a Chariot. So I'm going to say you may have an opportunity, some of you, to move forward with a passion that you want. Okay. So it could be I've had kind of a goal. I want to start a business. I want to do something on the side. I want something part-time. I feel like I'd be really good at it. I really want to get up and go, and it's going to generate some additional income. But why it's going to work is because you really believe in yourself. Spirit just said, your focus. Like this is I really believe in what I'm doing, and I'm really focused on pushing forward. I feel like there's not a lot of gray area. You can't do it halfway. Okay. I feel like you have to decide. Doesn't mean you can't do it like part-time. I'm just saying, like, once you set your mind to it, it's kind of, I have to be in it to do it. So you can't just dabble. Okay. It's like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to be all in. It's not in or out. It's not gray area, just a little bit, or dipping my toe in something. I have to decide I want to do this. I do feel like it's going to generate some more security for you. There's a sense of, I want to be a little bit more secure in this area of my life. I'd like to have some additional income. I'd like to be able to pay off some debt, something like that, save for a car, save for a house. So the only way to do that is, I feel like I've got to get my arm around this movement in something. So some of you may be ready to take a leap of faith and start something new for yourself in February. So that feels good. Spirit, please share with me any messages that you have for us that you need us to know. First light, beginning a new cycle. You could be entering into another phase of your life, whether it's that relationship is moving forward, or you're picking up on your passion right now. You are deciding what's best for you, Spirit is saying. Beautiful. I have a mystic healer. Healing energy flows through you. Some of you may be working on your spiritual growth, and that's great. And you may be saying, I really want to continue to receive this energy. I really want to grow this energy. I want to share it with others, they're saying. So you could be really working on, I really want to do more with my own spiritual journey. And, please let me put some more time into that, more energy. Let me learn, show me, Spirit, all of those things. And let's get one more of these. Beautiful. And I have stepping into your power. You are strong beyond measure, and that light is guiding you. So there is a sense of, I've been putting something on hold for a while. I have been procrastinating it, delaying it for some reason. And maybe now time is, it's a good time for you. They're saying one more, please. They're saying we're ready to cross the bridge. I love bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending. So you can see you're almost like at this halfway point. And when we cross that bridge, we're going to achieve something or be at the start of something that we really are ready to start working on. So if you feel like you have been procrastinating for some reason, or you've been holding back in an area of your life, I would say February is a really good starting point. I would say that you are at least brave enough to kind of start the process. It might not get your arms around everything right now, but I do feel like you're going to start the process. Let's get an angel number for the month. Let's see what they have for you. You have a beautiful reading so far. Let's see what your angel number. Keep your eyes open for this angel number. Ooh, this one wants to talk. I have 1111, or 111, so 1111. Look, keep your eyes out for any of those. And it says, angels are ready to fully support you in this endeavor so that you can co-create with the universe a life that you love. Tapping into your passion, tapping into your power. You've got a lot going on here, this mystic healing, this beginning of a new cycle. You really have a lot to think about right now. What a beautiful reading, Group A. So we'll thank Spirit for these messages. I want to thank you, Spirit, and thank you for joining me, everybody. If you chose Group B for your February prediction, this reading is for you. So you chose true love. So let's see what your cards are saying for some different areas of your life, love and career and money, and any spirit messages that they have for you at this time. I do have some charms and some initials for you. Let's call in our spirit guide. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you want us to know at this time? What is it that you need us to hear? I am listening for you now. Let's see. I have rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. Little bit of I need a break from life. And sometimes we do feel that. It's kind of I need a mental day off from school, and maybe I just need a break from something that I worry about. They're saying a constant worry, or I need a mental break about thinking about somebody that's always on my mind. So for those of you that are struggling with that, I'm going to get one more of these. I have choose love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. I have a feeling that there's somebody that's consuming you and consuming your mind, that you don't know where it's headed. You don't know what's going to happen in this connection. You are really, I don't want to say struggling, but it's not as clear as I would like it to be. So I do feel like I'm having a hard time with that right now. So let's see what the cards are saying. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need me to know? I have an Ace of Swords. I have a Page of Wands. I have a Four of Pentacles. And I have a Nine of Swords. You've got somebody who has been holding back because they're afraid. They're afraid to try again, Spirit just said. They're afraid to get hurt. They have made too many bad choices in their past. Not that you're a bad choice. It's just they don't trust themselves, is how I feel. So they literally stay up at night worrying about, am I in or am I out? And they feel like at times they're leading you on, and they feel badly about that, but they can't give you more for some reason. They are really attracted to you, and they do really admire you. And there's a sense of respect. There's a sense of the more I get to know you, the more I respect you. So I feel like that is good. I will tell you that even if they're saying, I don't know what I want right now, it is their honest truth. So maybe they don't know what they want right now. They're literally struggling with, I just don't know. I don't know what it is that, why I push people away, or why other relationships haven't worked. It's the person who, if I can try you out for a while and see, which is fine in the sense if you feel like you're not being used, and as long as you know what you're getting into, because I do feel like they respect you. They have to overcome this fear of being hurt every time. And you have to remind them that you're not the one that hurt them. They're strong in other areas of their life as a King of Pentacles. So you can see that they are able to determine success in other areas of their life. 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. So they just struggle with, making the right choice as far as a relationship goes, because they maybe have a really bad track record in their mind. They don't want to lie to you, is how that Seven of Swords is coming in. I feel like there's a part of me that says they feel like they're lying to you just by holding back. Like, again, this feeling of, I don't want you to feel like I'm using you or leading you on or breadcrumbing you. So I do feel like that to them feels like I'm lying to you, but you have to just ask them, what are your honest feelings? And if they say, I just don't know what I can give right now, or I don't want to make any promises, is more what I feel, then at least you know what you're getting into. You know that this person needs some time to kind of get used to the idea of being in another relationship, and maybe one that would work. So you'd have to give this person some time. But the way that you would be able to tell if it does have potential is that this person is successful in other areas of their life. They're successful with, keeping a home together, keeping their finances together. They have a successful career. So they can prove to you that, they can do it in other areas of their life. They just struggle with relationships, and picking the wrong people is what they feel. It's not necessarily true. Spirit, can I have some initials, first initials, last initials? What is it that you have for us? Let's see, maybe some of you will get a confirmation. I have a U, an S, an us. There could be an us. I have an S. I have an M. I have an A. I have a B. I have an H. I have a T. I have an L, B, Y, Q, O, X, D, and F. And I have a feeling as I was pulling those that this person is asking you to give them time. I do feel like they're being honest about that. I do feel like they're not doing it to push you away or push you off, something like that. Let's see what they have for charms. Let's see what they want you to know. Maybe we'll get some additional clues with the charms. So let's see if they'll share with me. Maybe we'll get some additional answers. Let's go over here with what it is that I want. Okay. Let's see if I have any letters. I have a Virgo energy. Okay, don't see any letters. Is this a letter? No. Okay. All right. I'm going to start with these. I have this flower. I have this butterfly. And I have this balloon. There's a part of me that feels like these are all connected. It's kind of like it's up in the air, like birds and butterflies and bunny rabbits and hot air balloons. So it is up in the air. You don't know where you stand. And it's probably very frustrating. So how much time are you going to put into somebody that they don't know what they want, So that's going to be up to you if you enjoy time with them, if you enjoy being with them. I do have a drink of gin, and I have, this looks like a gourmet coffee. So I could have one person would have a cocktail. Maybe the other one doesn't really drink and would prefer just a cup of coffee, or really isn't a big drinker. So you guys could be, in different pages there. We're both not necessarily a cocktail drinkers. I have a star. I have a heart with a crown. I'm going to say you deserve to be the center is how I feel. And I want you to feel like you're the center. So if this person doesn't start moving towards you, that they want the same thing, then Spirit's going to bring you somebody who does. Okay. So keep that in mind. I have a seashell and a bicycle. That feels like a fun time to me, believe it or not. Let's go for a bike ride. Let's go for a walk. If you live near a beach, let's go for a walk near the beach. Let's go somewhere that we could be outside. So maybe I enjoy being with this person. And for now, that's enough. It's companionship, it's friendship, and we're trying to build some kind of making somebody feel secure enough to be in a relationship that they want to be in. I have a heart with lots of flowers. So a little bit of my heart starting to bloom for this person. I'm starting to have feelings. That could be them starting to have feelings for you. That surprise that I have deeper feelings than maybe I thought I did. And then the last one is this fish, and it came into me as a big fish. So this person could be a big catch. They could have a very big career, very busy life, very big I don't know, ego even, because they have a lot going on. They've been successful in another area of their life. So, but they could be a great catch, and they could be somebody that you really could see yourself with. So this particular person is going to require some patience. Okay. The best advice I would have is just to take your time. If you enjoy being with this person, let it unfold as it's going to unfold all on its own. Okay. Something like that. Because they're saying you can't rush things. Like this particular person, I can't rush. Spirit, final message for my love energy here. I have it's a divine romance. Your romance is guided by divine forces. Trust in this higher guidance and allow it to lead you to a love that is pure, passionate, and everlasting. I'm going to say you are going to have to put this in the hands of spirit, because it's going to be a slower moving energy. And you may struggle with something like that. You may say, this is very difficult for me, and I wish I knew more where I stand. So I'm going to say this is the type of person who would show you through their actions. They spend time with you. They're good to you. They are there for you. They're a good listener, something like that. So look at their actions. If they're consistent and their intentions are good, I would say just keep giving them a little bit of time and see if over time they start to kind of get used to the idea of being in a relationship again. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us for career or money? Anything coming towards us that you need us to know? I have outside forces. Unknown figures are driving the situation, and you may not be able to control the outcome. This cycle will shift soon, and you will be okay. If you are in a financial situation where you just feel like everything is coming at you, or I'm just struggling and I don't understand why I'm not getting a break. So Spirit's saying, we know, basically we know what you're going through, and we're going to try to help you. So maybe in the month of February will be a good time for you they're going to lighten the load, is how they just felt, and that they're going to, maybe move something forward for you. It's all in the timing. The timing is right now. So they're saying it's, almost like divine timing and love. The same thing is happening to you in your financial situation. That divine timing is at play. So we have to wait for kind of something to line up or something to shift there with that particular energy. Looking at it from a different perspective, if you change the way you look at things, you could see everything a brand new light that will help you to get to where you want to be. And I know you don't want to hear this. Everything happens for a reason, even difficult times. Sometimes Spirit takes things away from us that we just can't even believe they've taken away from us. And they pick us up and put us in a different path so that we can be on the path that we're supposed to be on. So sometimes we have to look at it as Spirit did me a favor, or Spirit is saving me from something very difficult, even more difficult. So sometimes we have to just trust that at the end of the day, everything is going to work out exactly the way it's supposed to. And it's just really hard when we're going through it. I have a renewal. You need to take time to recharge your energy and to get back on track. Challenges ahead require you to have faith and to break through. So how about a renewal in yourself, a belief in yourself, the never giving up, the getting back on the horse, all of those energies. And I know that those are really, really hard when you're tired and you're exhausted. But Spirit's saying now that they have something better for you. So you could be going through something very difficult, or you just went through something very difficult, just to help you get to the other side. And then you'll look back and say, okay, now I know why. Now I know why I just went through, something very difficult financially or with my work situation, something like that. I have a Hermit. I have an Ace of Pentacles. I have a Three of Cups. and I have a death card. It feels like an ending. It feels like something was taken away from me. It feels like I was kind of left out in the dark. Maybe I lost a contract or I lost a position. Maybe my job got taken away for whatever reason. The good news is I have a celebration coming in for those of you that are out there looking for opportunities or looking for a new position, something like that. I've got an offer coming in. I have a celebration coming in. I have an emperor. They're saying you're in control. So this ending and a King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this ending is giving you some kind of additional power, believe it or not. You might end up in a better place. You might end up in a better position, that it brings you more money. Sometimes somebody does you a favor, they take away a position. It forces you to get a new job, and the new job pays you more. It's a better job. It's gives you more experience, something like that. But after an ending comes this kind of security. So for those of you that are out there kind of looking or in the midst of some kind of transition, I'm going to say you have an offer in the works, an offer coming towards you. So that feels like, we're going to get some kind of break eventually here. So hang in there. Something good is going to happen at some point here. Let's see what they have. Spirit, any messages that you want us to know, be thinking of, just in general message that we need to hear today. I have a valiant courage. Okay, so take action. Yeah, you're not going to, it's definitely a feeling of getting back on your horse. Okay, there's something going on with you that maybe you were knocked down. Maybe it's been a difficult time, and it's just really, really hard to get the courage to kind of get back out there and fight. You got to do it. You got to keep trying is how I feel. And you got to do it with passion and dignity. They just said, beautiful. I have first light, beginning a new cycle. They're going to bring you into something new. And I also like the change of seasons, because it's always tells me that the next opportunity or this next cycle that they're putting you in financially, you will continue with. Okay, like maybe we'll stay there. Maybe it will be a long-term placement. Maybe it will be, I won't have any more trouble for a long time with this area of my life, something like that. And then I have taking shelter. The answers are within. I feel like at the end of the day, I'm cozy. Okay, I've got a beautiful home. I have a roof over my head. I've got this light inside of me that's guiding me. I'm safe. I'm comfortable. I'm warm. And maybe I just take a deep breath and I just focus on gratitude for what I have, around me right now, and just know that things can only get better is how it's coming into me. Let's get an angel number. Maybe they have an angel number they want you to think about over this, period of time in February. Good angel number. I have the number 2. Okay. I am diplomatic. You have great talent for finding solutions. Your intuitive and unbiased nature allow you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. I feel like you are a troubleshooter. Okay, you can get yourself out of any situation that could be difficult right now. You're going to find the solutions to something that you are struggling with. Okay, so for today and the number 2, I'm going to say February. This is a great month for you to solve a problem that maybe has been hanging over your shoulders for a little while. So I'm going to say for now, be diplomatic. Okay, you know that you have the ability, you have the power, you have the strength, you have the wisdom to get back up on that horse in some area of your life and keep moving forward, and you're going to be okay. So let's put this out to the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group C, Be Mine, this reading is for you. We're going to ask our spirit guides about some predictions for February this month. what is going on around you with love, your career, money, any other guided messages that Spirit has for you. So welcome to your reading. Be mine. We're going to put that up here, and we are going to call in our spirit guides now. So let's see what Spirit has for you. Let's see what they want you to know. Spirit, I ask that you share with me any loving messages. What is it that you want me to know at this time? What is it that you have coming towards us, things to think about, things that may be going on around us in any of these areas? I am listening for you now. I have turn on your heart light. Oh, I love that. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. Yeah, this feeling of I'm open. You can see like the wind is blowing and all these feathers. I don't know. I feel like the spirit world is being called in as well. But it feels like I have to remember that my heart is still open. My heart is open and ready to receive. I remember what it feels like to be in love and to love. And I haven't blocked that off. I haven't closed that. So just a reminder that you have, infinite love to give. Spirit, please share with me. I have a 7 of Wands. I have a 3 of Swords. I have a 4 of Wands. I have an Ace of Cups. Yeah, don't give up. This is definitely a feeling of I'm not going to give up on myself. I feel that I am worthy of love. I'm not going to give up because somebody else broke my heart. Somebody hurt me in the past. That is behind me. It doesn't mean that I'm not lovable. It doesn't mean I'm not capable of being in a loving relationship. So you know that about yourself already. So what they're trying to let you know is just a reminder, that you have this big, beautiful heart and love to give. What they're bringing you is almost an unconditional love. This feels like an overflowing love. It feels like a commitment. It feels like true love. It feels like this is the love that you've been waiting for. So if you are, they're saying in between worlds, almost a sense of I'm in between. I know I've healed, but I haven't found my person yet. Something like that. It's a sense of you just haven't found your person yet, but what's coming is beautiful. So just focus on, I know that it's going to be beautiful. I know that it's going to be somebody who I really want to be with. I have a Justice card. This person's going to want a commitment. If that's something that you want, they want it too. I have a 4 of Cups. I have a 4 of Swords. And I have a Sun. I feel like the other side, if you've been struggling with trying to heal your heart, I feel like the other side has taken time to kind of be off duty as far as being in a relationship, that maybe they just weren't interested. Okay. Maybe they just said to themselves, I just want to be single for a while. I've been in a relationship for a long time. I just am not ready for another relationship. So you may meet somebody who says, I chose to be single. I needed to be single. I had been in relationships my whole life. So I wouldn't be surprised by that. It doesn't mean that they didn't want to love again. They just wanted to experience time alone and just be able to live by themselves for a while. So that's probably what they did. I do feel like they're going to get ready. Okay. By the time they go through this and meet you, they'll have received the energy of I'm ready to start over. I'm ready for a new love to come to me. So when they come to you, it will be because they choose to. They choose to be in a relationship. They choose to want to be in a relationship. Okay. So I feel like that's important to know, because I feel like you both are coming from a very healing place. You're both coming from having past lives and having past experiences. So that could be what, is in common, but you both needed this kind of time and space to heal, and that's okay. So that tells me you both had probably big relationships, very significant relationships. But you're not afraid to try it again. You're not afraid to love again. You're not afraid to be in love again. That feels nice. Let's get some initials. Some of you may have somebody on your mind today. Maybe this is a confirmation, or maybe this is just a prediction of somebody coming. You'll meet somebody with these initials. So first initials, last initial, Spirit, what do you have for us? Let's get a handful. I have the letter K, Z, Z, L. I have a J. I have an N. I have a U. I have a Y. I have a D. I have an E, another E, and I have an I. Okay, so for some of you, those could be connecting to you now. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to have gotten your letters. That would be great. Let's get some charms. Let's see what they're saying for charms. I've got this beautiful bowl of charms, and it has a little bit of everything in it. So let me find a corner that I feel drawn to. I'm going to go over here and get these guys. Okay. So I'm going to go with the letters first. I have a V. Let's see if I have any other letters. Okay. I've got an Aquarius. I have I got to get my tweezers. Let's see. Sometimes my nails can't pick them up. I have a Leo. Okay. Okay, I have a sun. There's my beginning. Big, beautiful sun. Okay. What is this? I have a bow tie, pink bow. I'm going to say daughter. Okay, some of you may have a daughter or daughters, kind of like hair ribbons, hair ties. But maybe we had to use those. I have a whale. Okay. A little bit of I have a tale to tell. Okay, that I have a past, and I have, I want to share it with you. Maybe it's a big story. That's okay. We want to get to know this person. You want them to know everything about you. Okay, I have ear headsets and music notes. So I'm going to go with like ear pods. This person could be very connected to music, listening to music. They could be even in the music industry. They could be writing, performing. But I feel like I've got always music in my ear, if that makes sense. They could have a good ear for music. So this person could be very musical, or, that's their dream is I want a music career. I have a lobster, so that could be a favorite meal. I could like shellfish. I could like shrimp and clams and mussels and lobsters and all those kinds of things. That could be maybe one of our first meals together. I have a beautiful gift. So it's coming into me as a birthday present. Depending, when you meet this person, I feel like they do celebrate your birthday. I do feel like they go out of their way, even if we haven't known each other that long. And I feel like that's a clue. Like this person, maybe you only know them a month or something, and they are very generous about your birthday. They really, really want to celebrate your birthday. So that feels like somebody who's a gift giver. And then I have a hair dryer. So I'm going to say there's two things that came into me. I have a lot of hair. It takes forever to dry. It has to be blow dried. Otherwise it's like forever. So somebody who maybe has long, thick hair, or I definitely blow dry my hair. Could also be a hairstylist. Okay. So maybe one of you are in the hair industry of some kind, cosmetology, something like that. So that feels like some nice clues. Those feel good. Just a little more information about this connection. And Spirit, what is the final message for my love part? What is it that you want us to know about this connection? I have love's blessing. Your love is a blessing. Cherish and nourish it every day. Nurture it every day. This divine gift brings joy, fulfillment, and a deep sense of gratitude to your life, enriching your experiences and your connections. How beautiful. So you're going to feel like it's a blessing, like after all this healing, after all, I mean, it's coming in as this beautiful, the Sun, Ace of Cups, Four of Wands. It's coming in as this beautiful, loving connection. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're very, very happy with this person. That feels nice. Spirit, please share with me anything about my work, finances, money. What is it that you need to know around February? What's coming our way? Things to think about. I have the future, looking into a crystal ball. Okay. Plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. So they could be asking you to work on your spiritual growth. Maybe some of you would like to start a spiritual business. You'd like to do readings, learn tarot cards, go out on your own, something like that. So give that some thought. That's certainly a possibility, Spirit just said, for many of you. I have influence. Okay, so some of you may want to take this knowledge to your social media. Okay, maybe some of you would like to do something like I do and have a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel where you're doing card readings or sharing some kind of spiritual growth and messages. I have locked. Work you want may not be in reach now. You can take a temp position while waiting for an opening. Your new place offers job security. So you may be in between where you want to be, is how I feel. You may not be exactly where you want to be. So the word that jumped out at me is it's temporary. Okay, it's not forever. Sometimes we are put in a place for a couple of months or 6 months or even a year. And maybe it's not where we want to be ultimately, but we're there to learn something specifically, or we're there to meet somebody. And we look back at it as, had I not been there at that particular job, I wouldn't be where I am today. So just remember, you're always where you're supposed to be at this moment in time, even if it's not where you want to be. But there's a sense of it's just temporary. It's not forever. Maybe your ultimate goal is you want to do something on your own. You want to be on your own, and Spirit's trying to help you get there. Your wish comes true. Your wish is being granted, but it may not come in the way you expected. No worries. It is just what you need. So sometimes we manifest something and we want it right away, and we are praying for it and we're wishing for it, and it's just not coming our way. And then at one point in our life, we look back and we say, hey, oh my God, I actually got what I had wished for all that time ago. So sometimes we don't get it when we think we're going to get it. We get it at a different point in our life. Spirit, please share with me anything about finances, money, potential. I have the Moon. I have an 8 of Pentacles. I have a 6 of Pentacles. And I have a 3 of Pentacles. This is a lot of energy of working hard on your intuition. There was a sense of giving back. Like if I were to look at the 6 of Pentacles based on those other energy cards, it was almost a feeling of, I want to be in a position where I'm helping others at this stage in my life. I think I have a lot to offer. I have a lot of experience. I think people admire me or respect me for my knowledge, something like that. So you could definitely have the ability. Okay. So they're saying, keep working at it, keep putting in the effort, learn, grow, until you are at a place where you reach that kind of place where you say, I want to do it for myself. I want to either work for myself or share my knowledge somehow. I have a passion for what I'm doing. This is a feeling of I'm ready to jump in. My head is ready to jump in. I have a 9 of Cups and I have a 9 of Wands. So it's not going to be easy to start something new or create something new, but it can bring you great joy. It can bring you, like, this is what I've always wanted to do. And I think that Spirit's saying at the bottom of my deck, I have a Chariot. It's the old do what you love and love what you do, and the money will follow. So some of you could be right now just on the brink of, I really would love to do that. I just don't know how. So maybe February is a month for you to investigate or do research or learn about what it is that you would need to, kind of jumpstart something. But I think that, like I said, it's if you love what you do, the money will follow, the security will follow. So for some of you, it's a little bit of a leap of faith going on right now, or giving some thought to some kind of leap of faith, at least. Let's see what loving guided messages they have. Spirit messages, general spirit message. Spirit, what do you have? I have miracles. Beautiful. Expect the wondrous to emerge. So you could have something really special happening around you right now. I'm leaning more towards like an awakening energy, like I'm becoming more awakening and I'm appreciating it more and more, something like that. But it could be a miracle in any area of your life. It could be a break in your finances. It could be a break in your health. They just said it could be a new love coming into your life. So it could be a miracle that you are manifesting. Beautiful. Stay focused, hold the course. The people who do really well in life, the people who are the best at what they do, they have a plan, Spirit just said, and they stay on that plan and they stay on the path, and they don't wander off into 100 different directions. A lot of times they do the same thing day after day, but they do it really, really well, and they get better and better at it every day. It's when you get pulled in 1,000 different directions and you lose focus that you don't get your arms around anything. So maybe they're asking you to kind of refocus in February and what's most important to you, they're saying. And entering into unknown territory, this is always one of my sayings in all of my prayers when I put myself in my psychic state is, you are exactly where you need to be at this moment in time. And I'm so grateful that you are here with me. So this unknown territory is the fear of the unknown, or the where are you taking me, Spirit, next? There's nothing to be afraid of. They just said there's only possibilities and there's endless kind of abundance awaiting you. So I wouldn't be afraid of anything at this point. I think that you're stronger than that. So let's see what angel number they have for you. Let's see what they want you to kind of keep your eyes open maybe for this number heading into the month. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have? I have the number 23. You have a zest for life and are eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement and need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest. I am adventurous. How beautiful. So I would say keep your eyes open for the number 23. That may be important to you this month for some reason, the 23rd of the month. Maybe something miraculous is going to happen on that particular day. But in the meantime, let's thank Spirit for these beautiful messages. I want to thank Spirit for these messages and this reading. If you are new to this channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you. If you would like to be, if you're interested in a private reading, I'll put my website in the description below, Kathy Mamolen, psychicmedium.com. Also, take the time to check out my main channel or my twin flame channel, and both of those links are in the description as well. I hope you enjoyed your pick a card today. I hope you have a great February, and we will see you all again real soon.